Welcome back to the plot, everyone. It's a bit colder tonight than the weekend, but it rained all day yesterday, which is great for what I've got in mind, because it means the ground's nice and soft and soaked through, which means I can now apply my nematodes. So this is it. This is the war on slugs has started. So if I read the instructions at the back, it says dissolve the entire contents of the pack in a bucket containing 10 litres of water to create a stock solution. Stir vigorously and immediately take 0.5 of a litre of the stock solution in an empty watering can fitted with a very coarse rose and fill with 4.5 litres of water. So you mix it up until you've got 5 litres of the stock solution in normal water. Now you keep repeating that until you've used all the stock solution up. So I've got 10 litre watering cans, so I'm going to double up. I'm going to put a litre in and 9 litres of water, 1 litre of the stock solution and 9 litres of the water, and I'm going to go around and start watering the beds to start with. Then once I've done the beds, I'm going to start and I'll do some of the paths. But I'll show you what I've got so far. Okay, so what I've got 9 litres of water in there, and this is my stock solution. You can see it's a little bit cloudy with the nematode dust in it. Just let me move that down. You can see it's a little bit cloudier. Put a bit of tape around the handle so I can tell the difference, because they're both the same types of watering cans. So I want to water a litre of this. And needless to say, this is going to go in the dishwasher before it goes back in the kitchen. So that's... If you've got any covers on or any foliage, right, we'll start with the covers. Got to take covers off, so weed membranes, things like that, they've got to come off. It's got to get in contact with the soil because it works best when it's in the soil. So it's not particularly effective against snails because of the life cycle of a snail. Snail doesn't burrow through the earth as much as a slug. So it's more effective on slugs than snails, but it will kill snails if snails get into contact with it. What they actually are is like the little tube worms, microscopic tube worms, and they're already in the ground, they're already in the soil. Just turn around, it's a bit dark. They're already in the soil, but not enough concentration to kill slugs. Maybe enough to irritate them, but not to kill them. So what this does is this sort of builds up the population of the nematodes in the soil, such that there's enough of them to actually kill the slugs. They're like a parasitic worm, so they will eventually kill the slugs. So that's going to be my first line of defence this year. And I'm going to follow that up with beer traps at the weekend. This should take maybe 3 days before it starts taking effect. It'll take 3 days before it'll kill the slugs. And if I have to, I will use remaining blue pellets that I've got. So I'm just going to crack on with this and start watering the beds. Now, this is pet safe, it's child safe. You can put it on your crops as long as you're going to wash most of us wash our crops anyway after we've harvested them. So it's not going to harm pets, it's not going to harm children or adults. It's not going to harm every snail, but it should help eradicate the slugs. That's all you have to do. So I'm just going to crack on now and do the rest of the beds, and I'll come back later and show you maybe a few other things that happened at the weekend. Okay, that's me finished now for this evening. It was a lot harder work than I thought because I had to move all the covers and everything, but at least that's all the beds done. And as I said, at the weekend I'll come back and I'll put down some bear traps. So let me swing the camera around and show you what happened over the weekend. Right, this bed up here, this got cleared off. I took the cover off, took all the bindweed out, got rid of all the slow worms and all the slugs and snails, and I've planted a line of peas in here. The peas this year are alderman, and I got them from Premier Seeds Direct. So there's a nice little packet of 250 peas, fitted exactly in there nicely. So we're waiting and coming up. They should grow to a size of 1.8 metres, so I'll have to get some larger bamboo canes to put up some support netting, but that's all been weeded out, ready to go. My tomatoes, when they're ready to come out, my tomatoes are going in this space underneath this fabric. This bed here, we just took the covers off this to apply the nematodes. We're going to either grow, I think we're going to go brassicas in here because that branch or that tree's too low. I was going to grow beans in it again, but with that branch being so low, I think I'll just grow cauliflowers or cabbages in it, and I'll put these hoops and net over this bed, and I'll put beans in this bed. This bed was covered over the winter as well, so both these beds were covered over the winter. As you can see, we've only taken the covers off to put the nematodes on. Not a lot of weeds there. This bed wasn't covered over the winter, and as you can see, we've got some work to do on this one, but never mind, we'll get there. This bed here has already been weeded out and the raspberries are coming up. What I've done is I've put a mulch across it to try and suppress the weeds for the rest of the year. Same with this bed. What I've done is I gave it a bag of ericaceous compost and some ericaceous plant food, and I've put these cardboard covers down to try and suppress the weeds coming back as quickly as they did. This bed, this has had a double dose of nematodes, probably doesn't need it, but I had some left over at the end, so this is where I'm planning on putting all my lettuces out. If that doesn't happen at the weekend, I'm going to see if I can start bringing some up next week in the evening. So lettuces in here. This has been done, nematodes both sides. I've got some farmyard manure over there that I'm going to put down before I put my brassicas in. And then I want to make these hoops a little bit higher if I can, because they're just a bit too high for the broccoli. But I'll just cover this up, see if we can get one last picking off it. The amount of slugs and snails on this broccoli and on these just is it's unbelievable. But I reckon we've dispatched over 100 slugs and snails over the perimeter wall. So if they come back and we catch them, they'll be going back again. But that's it. Let me turn around. Okay, so that's it for tonight. I'm going to head home now. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon sometime.